All right, beautiful friends, I am ready to get fabulous for Foundation Fridays. Hello, friends. All right, let's get into this video. If you're new, please give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We are going to talk about some tips, tricks, and hacks with using different tools with foundation. And this is a full coverage foundation routine, but it's not just using full coverage foundation. It is actually knowing what tools you need to be using and how to use the tools with foundation so that you can get that flawless airbrush finish that we all love and adore. So I thought it was only necessary to bring out the icons of icons, Estee Lauder Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I'm going to show you how to use this so you're not wasting product, because this is not cheap. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, either you have a foundation dish or clean hands. Make sure your hands are clean so you're not cross-contaminating. And what you want to do when it comes to using a brush. Now you all see I use a brush a lot. I do have the sponges, but I still prefer using a brush. It does not matter to me. But I'm just going to show you how to get more bang for your buck with using less product. Because of course with a sponge, it is going to absorb. So you're going to use more product with a sponge. So I'll show you how to apply when you're using the sponge technique, but also how to apply when you're using this brush. This is a foundation brush. I've used this quite a bit. I need to pull out a new pack, but this is really great for putting on foundation. However, you do not want to pump or pour your foundation into this brush. Why? Because when foundation gets too deep down into this brush, bacteria accumulates and you're going to end up with breakouts. So it's better to put foundation on the back of your hand and you're able to really control how much product is going on the face. So you literally want to build up to what you need, because if you do pour into the brush, you're going to put on way too much product. You're going to have streaking because this is a brush. It's great for strippling, but it's not a sponge where sometimes the sponge will take off some of your foundation. So we just want to go in with a little bit of this at the very tip. I'm just showing you, right? I'm using a little bit on the back of my hands, just a small minute amount, and I'm going to build this up to what I want it to be. Gotten a little bit of a tan from walking outside, but that's okay. And fun fact, guys, if you did not know, the executives of Estee Lauder has taken a huge pay cut to accommodate their employees and their stockholders. William Lauder, Ronald, and Leonard have taken anywhere from 50 to 100% pay cut because they do look at themselves as a family and they still want to take care of their employees. So this again is another reason why I really love Estee Lauder and why it is important for us as consumers to lock arms with brands that really care about people, and I can't stress that enough on my channel. Now, I'm doing this video because you all know I'm a huge proponent of less is more. I don't believe in using a lot of product. Contrary to popular belief, I still believe you can look beautiful on Instagram without using a lot of foundation. So you all see this still looks very skin-like, and like Trish McEvoy would say, you know, your skin but better, but you should not look like a completely different person when you're putting on foundation. So let me go and get my mirror because I just realized I don't have that so I can actually see what I'm doing, because right now I am using the camera to put this on and I don't want to miss any places. Okay, I am back and I want to show you all, if you cannot see, just want to come in really close so you all can see. And I haven't put any of this on my forehead yet. And I'm still using and still have quite a bit of product on the back of my hands. And that's what I love about this foundation. A little bit goes a long way. And even though it's $43, you're going to get more bang for your buck because you don't have to use a lot of product. The way to really get this to be flawless in your full coverage foundation routine is to stipple. When you're using a brush like this, you want to tap as opposed to swipe or go around in those circular motions, because you are going to get streaks in the skin and that is not cute. And I'm really taking this into my hairline too, because, you know, even though I'm going to take my hair down, you really want to make sure that you get into the hairline. The wind does blow and you don't want it to look really crazy when you're walking out of the post office, food store, wherever you're going. And, you know, folks are able to see that you didn't bring your foundation all the way up seamlessly. Again, blending is the key, taking it under the neck. There is not much product on my brush. You all know I wash my brushes every single day because that is the key to being acne free when you're putting on makeup. And it is also best to sanitize your compacts as well. Just going in with a little bit more right here on my cheeks, just where I see I need more coverage. We have literally used a very light amount. Okay, friends, so tip when you're using a beauty blender is that you really want to be able to manage how much product you're using, especially when using a sponge, because a sponge is what it is. It absorbs. And you're going to end up using way more product if you start putting foundation directly to the face than going in with the sponge, because it's taking off some of that product. So then you find yourself putting on more foundation. If you pour it on the back of your hand and use something like a paddle brush like this one, and then start putting it on the face and then using the sponge, you're going to get a flawless application and you can build it up to what you want. Now, I love using brushes because, again, I don't use a lot of product. You all know I'm not a huge proponent of using a ton of product on the face because I believe in the philosophy that less is more, you know. So I just kind of stipple, and you all know that I love to let my foundation dry down, and then I go into using concealer. There's no rules of makeup, so you can do your brows after. I want to tell you all a little bit about this, okay? So it's $43, yes. But what's great about this is a little bit goes a long way. It's medium to full coverage. It is for those with oily skin. This does give you a matte finish. It is very silicone based, so make sure you use a silicone concealer. This is 24 hours of a true color, 24-hour of you not having to, you know, touch up your skin. This is so it's 24-hour wear. It's also non-comedogenic, non-acnogenic. This is an Allure Beauty Magazine award winner. If you're looking for something with really helpful skincare ingredients in it, then I would say go after its daughter brand, which is Clinique Even Better Refresh. That has peptides, salicylic acid in it, and it also has hyaluronic acid. This one does not. However, you can go under this with the, and I do this often, and I've showed you in other videos, the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum underneath this. Beautiful finish, plumping of the skin because this has hyaluronic acid in it. But this also, I'm not wearing it with serum today. I want to show you the true finish of this foundation. So I'm going to go into my concealer because the technique with using a concealer is much like using the foundation. All right, friends, so I wanted to bring you in a little bit closer, and I'm going to go ahead and use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. You all know I love to use as many products as I can in a line because I believe in synergy, and when we're in the lab, that's what we do. We curate products so that they synergistically work well together. So I'm just going to go under my eyes. And again, I'm not a huge proponent of using a lot of product. I'm just taking this doe foot applicator and I am just tapping that under the eye here. And again, the key with going in with less is the fact that you can always build it up to what you want. Everybody goes ham with using foundations and concealers. It's not necessary because you can still get a flawless finish with, oh my goodness. Do you all see how beautiful this is? Okay. I absolutely love the way this brightens up my eye. You can definitely see the difference between tones. And I'm just going to do that over on this side as well. And of course, if you want it brighter, you can do that. Just want to make sure that you all can see what I'm doing. Now, another way that, and anybody who's been with me for a while, that I use my concealer is under my brows. Okay, so I dipped the lights a little bit so you can see the true finish of this. We're gonna go in with Matte Skin Finish in Dark Deep. And I'm just going to, just like the foundation brush, I am pushing this product into the skin. Now, I do this as opposed to swiping because I don't want to move product around, and I get more of an airbrushed look with just pushing this product into the skin as opposed to swiping and circular motions with my brush. And I try not to use a lot of this either. Just going down my neck here. I am gonna go to the post office in a little bit. I've been trying not to go out a lot, friends. The energy out there is just not what I want. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Fenty's Banana Powder. What I can tell you about this is a little bit of this goes a very long way. You don't need a lot of this. And I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush, and I'm gonna show you what a little bit is for me. And I'm tapping off the excess, tapping it right back in here so that you don't waste product. A little bit goes a long way. And all I'm going to do is set where I put that concealer, just a little bit right here around the orbital bone. That is all you're going to need. Not a lot of this. Again, a little bit of this goes a very long way. I don't take this up underneath the eye because for me, I end up getting cracking. So in order for me to get right up underneath the eyes, I go in with a little bit of Matte Skin Finish. Again, we want a flawless, seamless application with our foundation. We don't want something that's gonna cake up on us. Pressing that in just a little bit, just whisking that under the eye, that's it. You don't need to use a lot of product. I'm gonna finish off this look, throw on some of my lashes from my lash line. This is the Lady Grace. I am in love with these lashes, and I'm in love with my packaging as well. And there we go. You guys can see that? They're so beautiful. So I'm gonna put these on and finish off my look, and I'll be right back. All right, friends, so I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of lip balm while we wrap this up. This is from Clinique. It's the Berry. All right, friends, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of highlighter from Estee Lauder just to seal this look off, which gives me a nice, like I said, glow from within. I mentioned in previous videos, right here in the high points and right on my nose, right on my forehead, my cheek, just to make this look really, really natural. Right underneath my chin, right? Not using any blush, not using any bronzer. All right, friends, so I'm about to walk out the door, but I wanted to show you all just how beautiful this finish is with this foundation. And getting that airbrush flawless look with your foundation does not have to be a lot of product. What you want to do most importantly is a foundation dish or the back of your hands with a little bit of product and dapping that on either with your fingertips or like you saw what I did with the Stripling foundation brush, just right on the end of the brush, and then stipple that in. Do not pump your foundation into the brush itself, or you're going to have breakouts from bacteria growth because you probably don't wash your brushes often. And if you do, you're not getting too deep down into the ferrule of the brush to really make sure you got all of that excess makeup out of it. If you're going to use a sponge, I definitely say the same technique, dap, 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 or use a paddle brush to apply it. Then you go over with the sponge until you get your desired finish. But don't go in with a lot of product because then you're gonna have the caking, because right after that, you've gotta put on your powder. Let your foundation sit for a little bit along with concealer and go do something else before you go in with your powder so that you can use less product and the product is not moving around because it's still kind of wet and you're using powder right on top and it's moving around. So you don't want patchiness, you want a beautiful, flawless finish. And I'm showing you guys, I'm not even wearing a full face of makeup. I just literally did my brows, put on some lashes, and put on some Clinique lip balm, and that was it. I'm going out the door. So when you're doing a full coverage foundation routine, you don't have to do a full face of makeup. Just put on some lashes, do your brows, and put on a lip gloss. Or if you don't want to do a full, a full-on glam look, this is the key. But application is number one. What you're eating is also going to help this foundation to lay beautifully on the skin where you don't have breakouts. So a lot of vegetables, drink a lot of water, vitamin B12, get yourself some collagen, and you're going to be golden. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. I will see you on Monday for Makeup Monday, but I will be posting this weekend on Saturday. Like I said, we're in the house, so I might be posting a lot more frequently than usual, but hopefully you all enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. Please share, give this a like, and definitely if you're new, please subscribe. We love to love you here. I'll see you all in my next one. Ciao for now. Mwah.